Greetings once again, heroes and villains. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with My Hero Academia. Previously, we received the startling discovery that Dabi had actually been internalizing the majority of his heat, ready to detonate it in such an explosive and fiery blast that it'll literally cremate everything within 5 kilometers. And worst of all, one of the evacuation blocks has been disrupted, shut down, right within the blast ray. One of the blocks that also contain, of course, Dabi's family. Having gotten this information from Tsukuuchi, All Might tells Ingenium and Shoto to make their way to the location in Gunga to help the civilians as well as stop Dabi. Meanwhile, as All for One is making a beeline to Tomura Shigaraki, All Might has decided to step up to the challenge despite having no power, because from what he's heard, because of the reversal bullet or serum or whatever that is an All for One system that is causing him to de-age as things go on, All for One's head is a little bit jumbled. He's become a little bit more impulsive, less thoughtful in his actions. Not to mention, he's also being influenced by Tomura himself and Tomura's seething hatred, which takes the irony of All for One trying to use that and really throws it back in All for One's face. So All Might's gonna use that hatred and make one final stand against his arch nemesis, using a variety of support items. So the various countdowns continue to tick down until these villains go out in a blaze of glory. Can our heroes rise to the challenge before all hope is lost? Or will these sparks of rage and hatred become an inferno that engulfs many lives? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, My Hero Academia number 387. Congealing? Like, coming together? And I would not have known who these two characters were if not for the captions putting their name there. You pick up with Gaten and Mr. Compress in lockup. Gaten says, Himura blood runs thick. Long ago, the Himura started as village leaders, and even after the agricultural revolution, they maintained their wealth and pride by creating branch families. Where do I know that name from? Himura. Hold on. Oh, snap! Okay, I looked it up real quick. That's Shoto's mom! Oh, don't tell me Gaten is related to Shoto. The irony of that. They maintained their wealth and pride by cheating branch families, but the advent of the exceptional only hastened their downfall. They didn't want to dilute their blood, you see. Compress says, a snobbish bloodline? Prejudice against heteromorphs? Can you imagine what Spinner would say if he heard about such a combo? Oh, okay. I was like, man, Compress, you're looking pretty good considering the chunks you took out of your body. And then I see a machine that is like next to him and just like, a substitute for your organs, I see. Gaten says, this resulted in countless marriages between branch families, between distant relatives, essentially. Compress says, hence your remark about thick blood. Gaten explains, by insulating themselves like that, the Himura clan was doomed to shrink and wane. When the head family started selling off children into marriage, it essentially marked the end of their line. The few remaining families and their members scattered, including myself, which is when Redestro came upon me and brought me into the fold. With each generation, meta abilities grow more complex. I feel like we should have found out about this some time ago, but okay. Gaten goes on to say, deeper and richer, like layered sediment in a body, with some powers lying dormant, unbeknownst to the user, yet people's hearts never manage to evolve. I wonder what changes will witness come tomorrow. Compress doesn't say anything. Gaten then goes, okay, your turn. Hear anything good from the cops or heroes? Whatever you got, entertain me. We're just killing time until the battles end. Man, this is the most talkative Gaten's ever been in the entire series. Jeez. We pick up about 800 meters from the Gunga Mountain Villa ruin, and you see the big flaming death ball that is Dabi, with Endeavor making his way through the fires of the forest. He's still missing that arm. I don't know why I say still, as a radio communication comes across to him, and he says, an explosion, you say? He thinks, is not just the evacuation block that's in danger, but also Pixie Bob's group, which is fighting back against Toga's doubles. Yeah, jeez. And you see the fiery skeletal body of Dobby bearing down on his father. Endeavor struggles to get to his feet, thinking to himself, damn it, fighting All For One did a number on my leg. I'm not sure how much longer I can keep luring Toya away. And Toya's just barely eking out, Dad, watch me, watch me. And Endeavor looks on in horror as he has a flashback to something Toya learned how to do when he was little, which was creating a fist out of his flames, saying, look what I figured out how to do. Only in the present for a massive flaming fist to strike into Endeavor, tearing up the earth beneath Endeavor as well. Jeez. And Toya, he burnt off his freaking arm doing that too. And Endeavor is sent bouncing across the scorched landscape. And as Toya's body continues to just burst apart in flames, Dobby pounces on his dad as Endeavor calls out, come on Toya, put out those flames. But all Dobby can say is, watch me. Endeavor says, I don't want to watch you die. But Dobby just says, Natsu, let's play. Endeavor realizes his mind's long gone. Yeah, it's just basic memories. I don't even know if he's in the present right now. He's just going by instinct and childhood thoughts. It's kind of sad, honestly. Endeavor thinks, this fire, it's hot enough to burn even me. So how's it possible that he can still hold himself together? Toya, what is it about you? And Endeavor touches the flaming X on Toya's chest, the technique he learned from Shoto. Endeavor thinks that visceral scent of danger when facing death. Sometimes a near-death experience can trigger a quirk to awaken. On the other hand, people can also summon absurd power in a crisis. When it's do or die, that's different than any quirk awakening. That power only manifests as the Reaper draws near, and Endeavor realizes something as he's engulfed in his son's flames. What the hell? As he pulls the flames away from Dobby's chest, he sees ice forming around Dobby's chest? So he woke to his mother's power as well. So it's like, is it cooling down his body or something? It's kind of like a janky version of Shoto. So it's almost like with more training he might have been able to handle his own flames by rapidly cooling down his body? I don't know. Oh man. That's not good. Suddenly, Endeavor's life flashes before his eyes, and he remembers his words, I'll win today and keep my eyes on Toya. He then thinks of him and his son in the forms before, but still missing their right arms. Man, they both blew off their right arms with attack. Like this spark appearing on Dobby's chest, just surging outward. Endeavor says, I take full responsibility. I swore to bear that burden and live my life atoning for it all. However, you've been watching me all this time. While I couldn't be there to watch you, you were someone I especially needed to do right by. It's always the same dream. My whole family's there, but not me. Endeavor then says out loud, no, I can't let you meet your end alone. He then grabs a hold of his son, clutching him, saying, but I won't let anyone else get caught up in our tragedy. He ignites the flames on his feet, blasting himself upward, thinking, I can't cover enough ground quickly enough. So instead, we'll ride your fire straight into the sky, Toya. No, don't blow yet. Just a bit longer. Gee. What? The words repeat. Himura blood runs thick. Suddenly Rei Todoroki appears. Through the fire, through the heat. Endeavor calls out to her, Rei? That look in her eyes as she remembers Toya's words. You're guilty too, Mom. Oh, gee. You know, it's ironic too, because the way that Rei is like burning, it's like in the same area that she ended up burning Shoto. Jeez. I mean, is she gonna be alright? I can't imagine Horikoshi would have 3 of Shoto's family members die in all of this. That would be a little too much. Like, if it was just Endeavor and Dobby, I'd believe it. But his mom too? I mean, I get it. It's them both taking responsibility. And even Gaten just speaking out of, I actually like that we're getting that point of view from the other part of the family, because it's just like, they're a big family that has a lot of history and tradition. So I like the fact that we had the call out that, oh, there was a lot of people affected by this. Essentially them selling off family members and all that. And man, especially because I saw this not too long ago in the anime, those words from Toya, "You're guilty too, Mom." This is good. Because the idea that Rei would have never met her son again, finding out that Toya, because that was something that was kind of built up, wasn't it? When Shoto and the family said that they were going to take care of Toya together, but it just keeps falling on Endeavor or falling on Shoto. It just kept feeling wrong. Like we were going to end this with none of the siblings or Rei ever meeting Toya. It would just be done with. Like, it's shocking to have her show up here, especially after everything going on with the evacuation and all that. I knew that because we know they were in the transport nearby, but man, for her to get here so fast. But we've never actually seen how powerful she is with her ability. And considering that Gaten, his power was like rivaling Dabi on a fundamental level, pretty much. I mean, dude, knowing just how powerful the Ice Quirk can get. I mean, you can see it from Shoto in and of himself, too. Just take no further look than the heaven-piercing ice wall. Just all that ice, just BAM! Like, sometimes the ice abilities are more impressive than the fire abilities just because of how much range they cover. So, I mean, between what we've seen from Shoto and Gaten, is like, Rei could actually be a surprising heavy hitter, all things considered. And we have never really seen what Natsuo and Fuyumi could do, too. I mean, shoot, it could just be that Rei's side of the family are just naturally stupid powerful. And if nothing else, maybe her ice abilities, in conjunction with maybe Fuyumi, Natsuo, and Shoto, could cool Dabi down enough to, like, stop his blast from going off. God, I'm wondering about the implication here. I'm glad, because it kept feeling like we were leading up to something significant with Rei, but she kept being left behind. So I'm like, we're missing something here. But I'm just like, okay, maybe Horikoshi doesn't want to just keep this going. But now to see this is like, okay, there was something more going on here. I'm just, like, you know how much, if you've seen my video when it looked like Bakugo was gonna die, you know how much of a crybaby I can be about certain kinds of death. And I don't know how I would take Rei dying on top of everything else. Like, it's good that she's taking responsibility, because it's just like, yes, Endeavor was abusive, controlling all that, but that was still her son. And good on this woman for, like, really just sticking to her guns and being like, no, I won't turn away, I won't shrink back, I'm gonna do something. It's powerful, man. And I really hope Horikoshi can stick the landing with this. Because, like, how this could all end? Oh, you'll have me tears. Because this is already, like, the implications alone of her just being here. Come on, Horikoshi, come on. Like, this feels like the moment of truth. Next few chapters, I hope we stick with this long enough to just wrap this whole situation up, but moment of truth, baby. Moment of truth. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Will these family members all go out in a blaze of glory? I mean, wouldn't that be so ironic? The flames of Endeavor's family just burning so hot they just consume everything around them. But it's the ice of the Homura and Rei's family that ends up saving everything. If that is the case, I wouldn't mind all of them survive. It would feel like, because there have been so many death flags, but now with this, I feel like all of them need to survive. Although, let's be real, Toya, he's never going to be the same after this. Never. Like, if Dabi lives, I can't see it being in a very mobile capacity, you know? And that would kind of be okay, because he really ended up suffering. Because, well, yeah, his dad pushed so much. A lot of it's his own actions, too. You know, just because someone inflicted trauma upon you does not mean you have the right to lash out at everyone and everything else. There's so many avenues. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. How do you think this is all gonna end? Will the ice be enough to save the day? Or will it simply be only capable of containing how fiery the explosion at the end is? I want to hear from you, but also remember to subscribe for more My Hero Academia. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.